Hey friends, welcome to Headspace. Today I want to talk to you about the 5 things you can do if you have sort of felt lack of fulfillment, you felt like you've lost your spark. It's totally normal. It happens to everybody. You're not alone. It's happened to me many times, actually. Um, and what happens normally is that you work hard, you overcome obstacles, you achieve some mastery. You have a track record. You have something that you have done or built. You perhaps founded a company, or you lead a church or a nonprofit. Um, and then something happens, a shift happens, and a lot of times it's just gradual, right? It just sinks in very gradually. And you feel this emptiness, this lack of fulfillment, this, what am I doing with my life? This almost like restlessness in your soul. And it's very, very, very normal. And here are the 5 things that you can do. Number one is really accepting this reality. And the reality is normally this, is that the skill set that got you to where you are is very different from the skill set that will take you further. That's just a reality. And it's inconvenient, doesn't feel good, but it's very helpful to understand it, own it, and pause to find what are the skills that I need to grow, to find that fulfillment, to find the spark, to find inspiration and creativity in the long run. Number 2, be humble enough to ask for help. It's almost never a good idea to do it alone, okay? Because doing it with someone under the mentorship, under the guidance, under the coaching of someone accelerates things, gives you structure, gives you proven methods, and also, most importantly, gives you this objective look over your shoulder when somebody's actually looking at what you're doing, right? So finding the humility to ask for help is huge, especially if you're an accomplished person. Most of us struggle with independence and self-reliance and pride, quite frankly. Okay, find humility. Number 3, do the work diligently. Become an apprentice. Becoming an apprentice is sort of antithetical if you have achieved something because you've sort of passed that season of apprenticeship. But here's the trick. For this new set of skills, you have to become an apprentice. You have to become extra curious, extra attentive, extra diligent, and put in the work. Huge deal. Number 4, tend to your inner garden. The problem is almost never the job, or the wife, or the husband, or the boss, or the colleagues, or the market. Almost never it is an outside problem. It's almost always an inner problem. Something needs to be fixed inside. A mindset, a missing link, a blind spot. It's almost always that. And finding the space in a busy schedule, in a life set of, you have your habits, you have your schedule, you have your people. It's very, very hard to find. So defining what are the practices to tend to your inner garden is one of the most crucial things you can do, because the answer's always here and here, not out there. Number 5, the older you get, the harder it is to find connected, lifelong friends. But it's never too late to invest in that. And it's actually crucial for your long-term well-being. So find friends. Okay, so 3 categories of friends. One are the people that you want to have a beer with, and you just hang out and you talk about, sort of silly stuff, which is totally fine. Have a few laughs. Number 2 is the friends that you sort of have, they do something for you and you do something for them, which is totally fine, but that's a different category. The 3rd category is a set of friends who are mature, who are going somewhere, but also they have the same mission that you do. They inspire you, they call you higher, they hold you accountable, they support you. Those are the most valuable friends you can find, and they're very hard to find. They need to be nurtured, those friendships. So nurture missional friendships. It's huge. If this helps you on your journey, if you've lost your spark, if you're sort of finding that emptiness that hits every single person who's striving for something, I hope this has helped you. And if you want more of this, go to christianrayflores.com and sign up for the newsletter. I create new content all the time. Or go to the YouTube channel, Headspace by Christian Ray Flores, and subscribe, because that helps us, first of all, generate things like this that are solo things, but more importantly, attract brilliant, top thinkers in their fields that we invite for interviews all the time. So the more people subscribe, the better it is for the channel, the better it is for the people that subscribe. So thank you in advance for doing that. I hope this has helped.